What is up, beautiful people? Today I am breaking down the main event of this weekend's UFC fight card, Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Not only am I going to break down that fight, I'm going to show you how to use each one of them in your Draftkings lineup strategically. Also, wait till the end because we're going to play a little over-under game for your Draftkings contest. Let's go! All right, guys. So before I get into the breakdown of the main event, I like to break down the card in its entirety. Again, we are referencing this according to DraftKings DFS GPP contest. This fight card, 13 fights. The Jalen Turner fight, no, not the Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner did miss weight, but that fight is still on. Thank God. The Jack Della Maddalena fight is off. That sucks. But 13 fight card, medium sized fight card, not many underdogs to choose from here. The spreads of the fight are super wide. We have major favorites here as far as the money line is concerned. So we're gonna have to be very smart with our money. We're gonna have to spend it all and spend it wisely. So getting into the main event here, we'll start with Volkanovski because there's a lot to talk about when you're talking about Volkanovski. Arguably the pound for pound best here. Had a super close fight with Islam Makhachev. And if you look at his past opponents and any threats that Yair presents to Volkanovski, such as length, we've seen him fight Max Holloway 3 times already and deal with length very well. He's a very good at managing distance and very good defensive on his feet. So that neglects Yair Rodriguez's length advantage there because we've seen him go through that 3 times actually. Um, and the grappling, right? Volkanovski's grappling is very dangerous, very good ground and pound as we've seen him do in the past against Ortega, even though Ortega presented a very dangerous BJJ ground game. Whereas if we looked at Yair Rodriguez, he presents some BJJ danger on the ground, but not as much as Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega is arguably the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the whole damn game. So Yair, his one of his strengths is jiu-jitsu on the ground, but we've seen Volkanovski deal with the best. So those two fighters, him dealing with Max Holloway and him dealing with um, Brian Ortega, kind of neglects both of Rodriguez's strengths, which is his length and his ground game, his tricky jiu-jitsu on the ground. So going to the Rodriguez side now, I just went over his two strengths. The one X factor he does have is those tricky damn shots. The best example we see here is when he fought against the Korean Zombie. That buzzer beater elbow he busted him with was something completely out of left field. And as we all know, he's a very unique Taekwondo fighter with crazy kicks, and we did see him have his success with the kicks against Holloway. He brutalized his legs, and we saw him land some nasty body kicks against Josh Emmett his last outing. Of course, he could land that on anybody because it's so damn tricky, and I don't know if there's a way to prepare for that. But Volkanovski is so damn great. I expect him to come in with an intelligent game plan and utilize his grappling and come out with a victory. I believe it's going to be a ground and pound. I think he's going to take him down. And we saw Yair Rodriguez struggle with Max Holloway's ground and pound. I can't imagine how he'll deal with Volkanovski's ground and pound. Give me Volkanovski by ground and pound. All right, so now that we have the breakdown out of the way, let's see how we can use both of these fighters in our lineups. They're both going to be majorly owned. I have Volkanovski at 35. This is going to change slightly because of the dropout of Jack Della Maddalena. More so, I believe, Bo Nickel and specifically Bo Nickel because they're both so similar. Anyways, going to Volkanovski, we have him at around 35% ownership. And going to Rodriguez, he's about a 37% ownership. So both are going to be highly owned and for good reasons. Starting off with the Yair Rodriguez, as we all know, we don't have many underdogs to choose from. We have a lot of favorites to choose from and a lot of favorites with high ceiling upside at that. So down here, we're going to need underdogs down here to afford our favorites up here, obviously. So when we're picking fighters down here, ideally we want to win. Even if a win, he just scrapes by, and like a 70-point win would be optimal down here. But even we're so damn desperate for points down here, even a high floor win will suffice here. Specifically, a 5-round high floor win with Rodriguez. Inside the distance, it's only at 53%. I say only like that's low, but slow with respect to this fight card. It's the lowest inside the distance behind the women fight on this card. So with Yair Rodriguez, you're getting a salary relief, number one, which is the most important thing I feel like here. And number two, you're getting that 5-round upside, which will likely be optimal down here in this range because the win equity is not that great down here. So a 5-round uh, decision loss most likely will be optimal here. This comes with the caveat. A lot of people are going to Rodriguez so they can afford the big dog right here, especially now that Jack Maddalena dropped out. Is the great white hope Bo Nickel broke the record for his odds, his money line. He's broken the record, so that's crazy. He's at a 93, no, at a 91% inside the distance. Him in particular fighting a legit newcomer. So obviously the wrestling upside. We've never seen anything like this before. So a lot of people are going to come down to Yair, and rightfully so. It's intelligent to do this. Come down here for Yair Rodriguez for the salary relief to go up to Bo Nickel. So I do recommend playing Yair Rodriguez. Just don't play him with Bo Nickel. Big no. No Rodriguez and Nickel lineups because that's going to be duplicated a bunch of times. You're going to be in danger of getting duplicated with those two guys in your lineup. And this is a good segue to Volkanovski, since a lot of people are going to be playing Bo Nickel and Rodriguez together. To gain some leverage, you could go Bo Nickel against Rodriguez's opponent, which is Volkanovski. This is not to say that people aren't going to be playing Nickel and Volkanovski together. I think people will play the combination together, just not as much as Nickel and Rodriguez, again, for that salary relief. So a good play here will be, I mean, don't put all your eggs in this basket, but a good play here will be a Volkanovski Bo Nickel play. Again, they're both going to be highly owned. I expect Bo Nickel now, that, especially now with Jack gone, Bo Nickel to be in the 40s and Volkanovski to be reaching or approaching 40. So that's going to be a little dicey. So if you're going to go Nickel and Volkanovski, make sure you compensate with that on the rest of your lineup and go for these lower owned fighters. Again, Volkanovski and Bo Nickel, okay. Rodriguez, Bo Nickel, big no. Okay, so for my over-unders, we'll start with over. I really like Robert Whitaker. That's crazy that he's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 most expensive fighter here. If this was any other card, he would probably be the most expensive here. He's at a 70, basically at 80% win probability with a close to 50% finishing probability against a Dricus Duplessis that didn't look so impressive against Darren Till that was gone forever, and against an old Brunson that's about to be gone forever. I believe Whitaker's the best guy in that division, not named Izzy Adesanya. I think if take Izzy Adesanya out of the picture, Whitaker is the dominant champion in that weight class because he does not show signs of slowing down and he's still pretty young. So give me Whitaker all day over Duplessis, and getting Whitaker at less than 20% ownership with these odds, I will take Whitaker all day. I'm going to be over owned on Robert Whitaker. As far as my under, I'm going to be under the field with Pantoja. He's going to be at a 34% ownership, so around mid 30s. I expect him to be owned. At this range, I don't like him for a couple reasons. One reason being at this range, he's at the pick'em range, where he's at. It's less than a 2-1 underdog here. So in this range, I expect one or two winners here. It's not far fetched to get one, at least one winner here. So the optimal player out of this range, I feel is going to need a W. His 5-round loss upside is not existent here like it is with Yair Rodriguez because he's at a lower price range than Pantoja. So that's not the case with Pantoja. We shouldn't be banking on his loss, his 5 round loss, to be optimal. I think he's gonna need to win to be optimal here, and I don't think he's gonna do it. Not against Moreno. Moreno has fought Figueroa 4 times, so I think that's prepared him for the worst. I don't think Pantoja is better than Figueroa, even though Pantoja has beaten Moreno twice already. I think Moreno's come a long way, especially after those wars with Davison. So I don't think Pantoja gets the job done here, and in a loss, I don't see him being in the optimal lineup. So again, Yair Rodriguez, I love him for his salary relief. Just don't play him with Bo Nickel. Remember, no with Bo. Volkanovski, I love him for his value. I think that's crazy that he's not the most expensive fighter. I mean, it makes sense, but in any other card, I feel like he also would be the most expensive value because he is or fighter because he does bring you great value with the 5 rounds, high output, takedown upside. Give me Volkanovski all day. Just plan accordingly because as we all know, he's gonna be highly owned. And over on Whitaker, under on Pantoja, I am done.